Good morning. I'm Dennis Willich with Nationwide Southwest. I'm here today with Natalia Mendoza from Web Words International. Natalia, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Very good. And let's talk a little bit about what is Web Words International.
So around 2013, I decided to launch a company, and it was a marketing agency. So I saw a lot of needs from different small business owners. They didn't have an idea what to do online. And online marketing was very young at the time. And I encountered a lot of people having issues with it. And I had a good technical understanding of everything in that area. So what I did is that I launched the company, and then I started doing social media, Google Ads campaigns, SEO management for people and for retailers across North America.
Okay, very good. Now, what does Words do for
the retailers or the members?
The dealers and the members.
So I'm a big fan of being transparent. So whenever you have an issue with a platform that can bring you some value to your business, I like to explore it and understand it to help the members and the retailers understand how can they perform for their business. So for instance, let's say you need to run a campaign because you need to promote your furniture store. So I'm going to go and explain, this is what we need to do from A to Z. I'll give all these steps, and then I'll try to be as transparent as possible for them to have an understanding of what's happening.
Right.
Because one of the things that I think are missing nowadays is that we have a lot of technical people being very well versed in technology, but they don't know how to transmit that knowledge to the members. And that's what I believe in. You need to be able to just transfer the information in a way they're going to understand it, to see if this is bringing value to this talk.
Yep. Well, that's great. And by the way, we hear this all the time. So take this scenario. All right. I have a brand new website, and it's now going live, but I'm not getting traffic, or it's not working in the search way it should. Put things in, but I don't really find things that I'm looking for. How do you help that?
So the first thing to do is understand the market, understand the context of a specific website. Where are you located? Who are your competitors? What are they doing in terms of online marketing? So are they doing social media? Are they doing paid search? What are they doing? Because we have nowadays tools to do that. And then what I like to do is to just study and give an assessment and tell the retailer or the member, this is what is happening. This is the opportunity you have to shine in your marketplace. So you're not there yet, and it's not bad, but you can get there if you start doing something. So that we do a diagnosis.
Okay. So you do the full-blown analysis.
Yeah.
Then you share that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they listen, and then they implement.
Exactly.
And then they see the results.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden, they have a big smile on their face, and they're making sales.
I live for that. So as soon as you get results, and you get meaningful results, and not only having results on paper, right? When, let's say I can show numbers. That's easy to show, right? But if they see the results in a store, that for me is like, I did my job. Yeah. So you're getting traffic on the website,
right,
and you're getting traffic in a store, or you're getting sales online or offline in a store. That for me is that I have accomplished whatever I needed to.
Right. Now, all right, so we have this initial analysis, and we go through it. And this turns into a very strong benefit. Sales start coming, and they should. What is the process? Are we not in a kind of an evolution where we need to keep working to improve as we move ahead?
That's a good question. So basically, I always say you can start a campaign yourself. I have this conversation very often. So members or retailers are going to tell me, I'm going to start the campaign myself. Okay, but do you have the time to optimize it? And the answer is always, no, I don't have it. So when you do a campaign, it's not only getting this set up and launching everything, you need to keep an eye on everything because the algorithms, whatever the algorithm is, it's going to evolve. And then you need to play with the assets you have in your campaigns to get the algorithm to bring you something, a sale, or just to bring value to your business. So you need to optimize and take care and give love to your campaigns, whatever the campaign is. And this is the same for every single advertising platform. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or Google, you need to optimize a campaign.
Okay. And from your standpoint, you work with a member, you get them started on this journey, then you stay engaged, and I think you offer the analytics to show them the numbers and the results and stuff like that. And as you move through that, that gives them the ability to see. And we were doing some work with you here a while back, and we were noticing that we had a lot of great results here, but we did not see results in some other spot. That gives us the ability, or you the ability, and to find out, are there some other areas around that store that maybe they should maybe invest in or take a look at? Does that give them you can help them with that as well?
Yes. So usually when we do what we do the assessment at the beginning, and then we do the optimizing, and then we meet with the member or with the retailer, and we evaluate what happened in the first 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. So we're going to sit down and say, this is not working. We might need to pause, put in there, just stop it, and then go this way within the same platform. And that, I think it's my approach on transparency that I think it's very important because they get to understand what is happening in the market and what is the algorithm giving you.
Perfect. So along the way, we may have to, as they say, change the wind in the sails a little bit so we can go in another direction.
Mm-hmm.
And along that line, I always think about these things when somebody comes to me and says, I'm spending all this money, but I'm not seeing any results. Then we bring you into the picture. Then we figure out where do we need, or maybe we're spending the money in the wrong place. So all of this evaluation that you talked about, you can lay that out in front of them and make it very simple to understand, which is, I think, a big deal. And I'm going to tell you why, because, most of the people, a lot of members, they don't know a lot about the tools. They just know that they have that, but they don't really understand that they're not getting results because maybe it's not put together right. So adjustments in there and things like that, you bring that to the party. Now the bang for the buck becomes real.
Exactly. And when I say results, what I hear very often, it's like I have campaigns, I'm getting clicks, I'm getting impressions, and then I go to the part that it's very technical, say, are you getting what we call conversions? So they say, probably not, because I'm not seeing anything on my campaign. So that's where it gets technical, and you need to be able to share that information with them. So this is what we need to do to make everything evolve and get the results that we need.
Okay, very good. What else would you add to our conversation here this morning that would be important for our members to understand about the route that you take? And again, it isn't like you throw a switch on and overnight, tomorrow the store fills up with customers. You have to build on that, don't you? Is that one of the things? Explain that a little bit.
So it's about going into everything we're doing online and every setup that we have done and making sure that the success you're getting, let's say if the store fills up, that the success you're getting, it stays. Or if the success you're getting today is not there next month, you need to understand what is happening in the market that just impacted that day where you got everyone in your store. So you need to understand the market. And when I say understand the market, is everything that is happening outside of the online world as well. So if there is, I don't know, there is a winter storm or something that is happening, that is going to impact the campaign. So you need to be mindful of what is happening outside the digital, because it's very, very linked to the performance of the campaigns.
Okay, that's very good. What additional areas should we be involved in or looking at or whatever as far as you are concerned?
I think, like we all know, AI is here to stay. So we need to understand it a little bit more. And with the new algorithm update from Google that it's happening in March and it's rolling over until maybe next week, so we might need to keep an eye on that. And what I'm saying is that it's going to impact whatever you're doing on your website, and we don't know what is going to happen because AI is involving in results now. So that's what we need to keep an eye on nowadays.
Okay. And looking ahead, AI, where do you see it evolving to in your head? Where do you think this will go for a year from now, 2 years from now? Where do you think what do you think the impact will be?
On online advertising?
Yeah.
I would say maybe the setup processes will get a little bit easier because AI is involved. What I don't see happening yet is having a great content for campaigns or even for social media, because you need to educate the AI entity to give you content that you can post out there that it will look like you. So that will take time. But on the campaigns or everything that is related to paid campaigns, whether it's social paid campaigns or SEM, that will become a little bit easier to set up because everything will take less time. And the platforms will get a little bit smarter, and you'll be able to have a better performance from the beginning because of AI.
Okay, so if I understand what you just said and boil it down,
Yeah.
you're saying that as we evolve into this AI feature, it will actually impact the startup, which should shorten the time frame to get things moving forward.
Exactly.
So that's interesting, but it's also exciting, and again, I'm just amazed at how quickly this technology, it's got very short shelf life. Things are coming out all the time, something new here, there. And I'll tell you what, I think we're in an era of time where people like yourselves, your business, your company, is going to be needed more and more for the understanding. And like I say, our members they wear a lot of hats. They're very, very busy.
Yeah.
And we need people like yourself to help them better understand what we're doing. But not only that, to put you in position. Because I tell people all the time, what if you was to go out and hire an employee to do these things? How much would that cost?
It will take, yeah.
Okay. How much would that cost you? And here you can bring Natalia on board for pennies what you would pay for a full-time employee.
Mm-hmm.
And yet you have a full-time employee.
There you go.
Okay. So
And my responsibility at that point is just to keep up with the technology in order to help them
that's right.
just perform in their marketplaces.
That's all good. Natalia,
Thank you very much.
so proud to have you here this morning.
Thank you very much.
Man, you got me a lot to think about. Have a nice day.
Thank you.